Buy high, sell low. All the best practices in the market right now, I can grant you. Even promise predictable and stable cryptocurrency, I can. After all, if there's one elite rank I have, it's trading. But seriously though, here are some tips to help out elites and not so elites when it comes to trading. When it comes to elite, just like in real life, while one tool is made specifically for one thing, it does not mean you can't use it for other things, like using Apple products as glorified paperweights, or using hot sauce for lube in place of Vaseline. So the same thing goes with the ships. You can use third lands for trading, but don't come crying to me now that you got your crutch on fire and you consider aggressive amputation. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh, right, there is a right tool for the right job, yes. But don't be afraid to use whatever you got if you are either too lazy or simply don't have enough cash to pick up the right thing. Trade in your federal piggies and sure, everyone will be judging you, but if that's all you got, worry not and trade on. Okay, so let's say you're not going for the pragmatic approach and have this weirdo fetish that involves having three big guys taking you from behind wearing Johnny Depp costumes. That is, you like to trade in open and partake in the player interaction. That can happen about 5% of the time you get interdicted. The rest of the time, you'll still get murder hoboed. Anyways, if this is the case or you just completely suck at interdictions, first bring shields and then engineer your FSD for fast charge. This should give you at least some kind of an edge in invasion if you fail interdictions. And speaking of interdictions, if you fail one, remember to high wake, i.e. jump to another system, not low wake, that is, jump back into supercruise. See, low waking is impaired by surrounding ship mass lock factors, while high waking is not. Paired with fast charging FSD, it should be an easy thing to escape, unless developers suddenly decide to bring out some sort of I-win module for pirates. Honestly, if people whine enough, it might happen, so I don't know what to think now. Okay, so let's say you just started out trading and in-game tools and filters are as helpful as a pat on the butt while taking a piss. In that case, I personally recommend using elite database websites offered tools. Sure, they are not the best around, but they give you a decent and simple layout for you to learn and utilize. It will take trial and error, but even with that, it's still way more intuitive, faster, and comprehensive than the tools given by the game itself. Finding those 5,000 per ton credit routes should be breezed by using Elite Database, so what are you waiting for? Okay, so let's say you want to go a bit more in-depth with those tools. Well, good news everyone! There are fellow weirdos that know both Elite and MySQL and other database wizardly spells that yours truly hated certain passion. More popular sites for trading you can find an Elite wiki page on trading. This of course includes Elite Database, but since that has more than just trading tools in it, I kinda had to give it a special treatment. But nevertheless, Trading Guide is a very simple and super easy tool to use, and it will get more complex as you investigate the page. Then there's also Elite Trade Net that can be quite finicky, but at least it has some visuals too. But it also takes data from Elite Database. And of course there are plenty more that include actual programs that can help you out, not just websites. I tend to stick with Elite Database, but mostly because I don't trade normally, because... Okay, so let's face the bleak, sad, and unfortunate truth here. Latvian economy is still like a dead horse. Oh, and there's also the fact that you will earn way more doing missions than plain old buying and selling trade stuff, making that gameplay completely obsolete. Seriously, as I calculated, give or take, with the cutter, the ship with the biggest cargo space, making 5,000 credits per trip, per ton. That is going from station A to B and back to A, as that would be more typical trading technique. You will make around 10 to 13 million an hour. More if you make it a bigger route, but still. It won't beat the simple RNG's generated missions that can give up to anywhere from 10,000 to 40,000 per ton on delivery of, I don't know, bio-waste or something. It's a sad state of affairs, but yes, missions simply pay exorbitant amounts compared to good old simple trading, especially if you're talking about the small ships. Then the state of affairs just looks deader than the roadkill on a NASCAR track. So ultimately, most of the tips aren't really needed anymore when you realize this. So did I just defeat my own purpose of this video? Aww. Well, anyways, that's the elite tip number 1 of trading in Elite. Just don't do missions and pretend you're trading if you want to do that. Still, do let me know what you think, and if you have any tips to share, well, feel free to do that down below. That aside, of course, do share the video around, dislike it or like it, and subscribe if you did. But as for me, I think I'll go reread some of my scripts Swifts now. You know, just to make sure that they are not obsolete because I had some sort of revelation or something. Again.